Hello, everyone. My name is Destiny Vargas, and my topic is what factors influence how people choose to self identify in regards to ethnicity. So, why is this important? It's important because we all matter and we all count. Um, there are certain injustices that happen within us, within our community, and how we self identify can have a huge impact for generations to come. We want to be on the good side of history, not the bad side of history. One of the main findings was that our self identity is constantly changing. So, as people, we're constantly evolving and we're becoming somebody new. Our experiences shape us to be who we are and how we think, and it all just shifts as we experience different things. My second finding was that gender, social types, and roles can guide us in how we self identify ourselves. So, whom we associate with, what clubs we're in, um, our morals, our standards, and beliefs all kind of guide us to identify ourselves in a certain way. Um, this can be very impactful, as I said, because of our generations to come. We want to identify ourselves with whom we are, and if whom we are we don't like, because of the bad labels or stigmatism to them, then we change others view of them, we ask for reform, we do these certain things to better ourselves and our community. The last finding was that societal pressures can be impactful in one's lifetime. So this can influence how someone chooses to self-identify because, like, for example, Black Lives Matter and white supremacy. White, like the picket sign says, white silence is white violence. We are well aware that it's there. It's being swept under the rug, and it's sad because the elite, they're not going to do anything about it because they're in power and this is what they want. So we have to go back to, like times like how we watched in our documentary with Cesar Chavez. um we have to do reforms, we have to protest, we have to do these things, but it's sad that in when doing things like this, it results in deaths, and pain, but after the pain and after the rain and thunderstorms comes a rainbow and sunshine. Like, we'll be okay and we'll see another day. But this is how people choose to identify themselves due to certain pressures. One that is white might not want to identify themselves as white because of the white supremacy kind of thing. They might feel shameful of whom they are. um Summary of this is basically like counting yourself in the census. We have to be engaged in politics. Assimilation and acculturation, they're both, coexisting within each other. Like, parents are assimilating and their children are acculturating because their children may have been born here already, so they're kind of like learning English through school and stuff like that. Statistics matter. uh Perceptions and barriers will always be there, so this is why I feel it's important to be involved politically. So, continued, we all have our own perceptions, as I mentioned previously, and how we see ourselves and others is all salient, and it remains so until we grow through our experiences. So, in other words, we're evolving all the time, and pressures with families and peers can develop into ethnic hatred if they don't like whom they are or whom is identifying them. The pressures they feel from family they may not always agree with. So it was mentioned in a book by Professor Warshall, and this book was called Written in Blood. He argues that basically it's embedded in us. It's unfortunate, but ethnicity is immutable. So we can't be who we want to be. We are kind of who we are when it comes to that, to ethnicity. The ultimate victory in ethnic conflict is genocide. So it's about finding harmony within ourselves. And it's kind of like, it was kind of a tough read. I didn't read all of it, but I read parts, and it was interesting to find, another person's perspective on it. Other factors would be no minimal knowledge of English language, so the educational system, and racism, and like I mentioned previously, and these are my two references. Thank you all so very much for watching.